Welcome to NetwebTV. My name is Mongezi Mtati. We've got a brand new show for you in a brand new format. In today's show, we feature companies that have packaged their offering into a lifestyle, who are selling more than just a product. We'll be featuring the founder of MASHonline, the co-founder of the SuperCar Club. We'll also feature a Did You Know feature. We'll also have a news feature with facts and interesting news about small business, both local and international. With that, let's get right into it. Some of the most successful online startups are funded by venture capitalists. In South Africa, however, there's a small network of angel funders. Angel funding is a type of venture capital that startups use to build a prototype to take to market. A group of awesome online entrepreneurs realized this problem and now looks for investors to put a small amount of money into it that the fund then uses to invest into startups to build prototypes. So if you want to be an investor or are an entrepreneur looking to build a prototype, go to crowdfunding.co.za. Tsepo, welcome to NetwebTV.
Thanks for having me, man.
What is MASHonline?
MASHonline is a lifestyle movement predominantly focused on the business and corporate world. So we try and cover the whole lifestyle, as you said, from the corporate world, the business news, from fashion as well, the business fashion. If you're in that corporate world or in the business world, you will always find a source of information on the website.
Now, okay, I know you're saying the online magazine is part of a movement. It's part of a larger movement. So you started with the online magazine and that's where I encountered MASHonline.
Yeah.
But now in South Africa, where we are struggling for broadband, why would you start an online magazine?
It's not just about South Africa, actually. So there's a lot of content that we cover about South Africa to the rest of the world. So we penetrate the social networks, your Facebooks, your Twitter, your group sites. So we penetrate those markets in order to educate people about how Africa is looking, because we do have a world-class looking website and we do have a mobile version. You know, so bandwidth, since bandwidth is not, broadband is not too big in SA as of yet.
As far as I know, you guys have been around for 2 months. You've had over 200,000 views. Congratulations.
Thank you for that.
I'm imagining that 200,000 views in the space of 2 months is very competitive.
Yeah.
How do you guys compete with larger, more established brands?
Well, as I've said, like we have built that lifestyle and we have made it look cool. So in making people see that business is cool, and making them see that it's a part of life. Competing with the giants, for the past 2 months, we've had a pilot stage. The pilot stage was to basically introduce the idea to people and to get people mobile on it and to get people frequent on it, for them to understand that this is a movement just beyond a business that we're just trying to run. And it's for my people, it's for our people, the very people that you know, people that are ambitious enough to want this really badly. You know?
You have an online magazine that's not selling anything. You've got contributors outside of South Africa, 3 more than just yourself. Where do you guys get your funds from?
What happened was that I introduced the idea of MASHonline to several other people. I saw the consistent ones. And the consistent ones are the people that are part of it. And they basically believed in the project. So when people believe in what you do, you can go very far with it, you know. So I was very happy with that. So those people going forward, it's turning into a formal business. It actually has turned into a formal business behind the scenes. These people stuck it through a concept, and now when it turns into something formal, then it's something worth watching.
Thank you very much for your time, Tsepo.
Thank you, Mongezi.
As you've heard, it's very important to develop a service offering, know what you're about, and focus on that. We move on now to the SuperCar Club with Riaz Gina, who tells us how they are doing it in their own way for their clients and their community. Over to the SuperCar Club. Riaz, thank you for letting us come over.
No, it's a pleasure. Thank you very much for coming through.
When did you start the SuperCar Club?
SuperCar Club started around about June, July last year. We had a bit of a launch, if I can call it that, in August, late August. But we officially kicked off and had a sort of official launch on the 12th of November last year.
Since the launch in July, August, and the official opening in November, how many members have you guys got?
We've got 17 members on board already. We've got a potential lead list of 160 members.
What was the major reason behind starting this establishment?
We've always been into flashy, fancy cars. But we were so passionate about these cars, we really needed to find, you know, a way of not just driving a Ferrari and Lamborghini, but a Porsche and an Aston Martin and a Merc and a Maserati and the rest of it. These things run through our veins. I can remember being 5 years old and looking at my first Lamborghini poster and getting completely excited about it. And the members that we've got on board are just as passionate about these things. If you start a business, you know, that you've got passion about, you know, you'll see it through.
So from my understanding then, there isn't a difference for you between your work and play, because seemingly your work is very linked to your life.
It's very difficult to always remember that we're running a business. But I mean, that is a business that we've chosen. We've obviously invested a lot of money into this business. But I always remind my partner that you know, we've chosen a business that really brings a lot of joy to other people as well as ourselves.
In terms of the screening process, what would one have to go through to eventually become a member of the club?
We go through a sort of membership application where we find out things like their driving history, whether they've had any accidents in the last couple of years, how long they've had their licenses for, etc., etc. And we make sure that we're acquiring the right type of member. And once we've finalized that, you're really ready to go. So you can start scheduling when you drive. We know exactly how it happens. Every single member coming on board, it's a Ferrari and Lamborghini for the first 2 weekends. Then they start planning weekends away, and then after that they start driving the more family-oriented supercars, if I can call it that.
In closing, what would you advise someone getting into business or choosing a business model they'd like to work with?
Being in business for the sake of making money is great, but you know, the fundamentals of understanding what business you're going to get involved in is that you understand the product, you understand what it is that you're trying to sell. To take it a step further, you need to be passionate about what it is that you're going to be doing. You know, like I said, walking into my office every day makes me happy because I get to look at supercars. You know, some people have sports shops, for example, or they've got a sports chain, and that makes them happy. One of the biggest downfalls of many businesses that we've known and we've been around is that sometimes we think too much. You know, we think too much about, you know, the research, and we think too much about the business model.
Within all that research, you tend to become very risk averse.
Yes, exactly.
End up not starting.
Exactly. So there's a lot of thinking that you can do, but sometimes you've just got to take the bull by the horns and jump straight into it.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Riaz. As Riaz says, take the bull by the horns, understand what you're selling, understand the product, don't be too afraid of risk. After all, it is why you're getting into business. It's part of the excitement. Unfortunately, we've reached the end of this episode. Catch us next time. We will be talking to the founder of a magazine called Dossier. We'll also chat to Seth Godin about how you spread ideas. My name is Mungezi Mtati. Till next time, cheers.